All right, look, man. I just got finished listening to this Griff presser, and don't mind me in my robe. Fuck y'all. All right. Well, look, I'm so sick of this fuck nigga. And I said this earlier in my video. He was gonna bullshit, and that's all he did was bullshit. Motherfucker asked, "Okay, what are the philosophical differences?" And he just wordplay around it for like 5 minutes before he eventually just says it's not really philosophical differences, it's energy. And it's like, okay, so what's the energy? And it's just like, well, you know, can you answer the fucking question? Can you please just answer the fucking question? Let me tell you what I think happened, right? Let me tell you what I think happened. Because he said some key things here that were worded a certain way. My interpretation is as such, and I want you guys to just ponder on this shit and think about it, right? He said that before they had any extensive conversation, they took a while away from the season to kind of rest, decompose, and all that before they began having conversations. Conversations have been ongoing for 3 weeks, right? Today is like the 16th or the 17th. If we take it back 2 weeks at least, obviously we're around like June 2nd, 3rd. So that means around May, let's see, school ended for me. So it was around May 24th would be around, give or take, the last or when they started these conversations. The season ended, and I could be wrong, maybe around like May 15th, May 18th, something around there. I think I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It might have ended a little later than that, but my memory's a little joggy with that. So they didn't take that much time away. They probably took at most like a week or two to sit there and figure out, like, okay, before we're going to sit there and have these conversations, right? So that's an issue right there. Y'all didn't take a month. Y'all didn't take that much time. Y'all were back at it within a week discussing this shit, according to you. And you said you had 2 conversations of substance. He didn't mention how many times they conversed, but you had 2 conversations of substance. That means all the other conversations weren't substantial. Oh my God, this fuck nigga. So, y'all spent 3 weeks of conversation, only 2 was worth a damn. And your ultimate thing was, okay, fundamental, like we weren't on the same page because we have philosophical differences. Okay, what is philosophical differences? I take this as one of 2 things. I think A, coaching style or his scheme. The other, I think, is the way he approaches dealing with people and players. And I think, here's my thing, because all of this is ultimately about the players. But I think Griff got rubbed the wrong way by Stan, because here's the thing that Griff always is going to harp on a motherfucker being a good human being. You guys need to delete that whenever you hear that shit. There was one part in particular where he had his head down, and it was almost like he didn't want to say it, but he took like 5 to 7 seconds. He was like, a good man, in regards to what Stan is. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, bro, if he was really a good man to you, you wouldn't need to say that, number 1. And 2, you wouldn't struggle to say it. So you don't like Stan. That's what happened. He didn't like Stan. And he basically said, okay, look, we looked through and we thought he was a fit. And it come to find out he wasn't a good fit for our guys. Okay. But he turns around and says Stan meets all the criteria for the kind of coach we would hire today and last year. So, wait. Nigga. guy that you just let go, which by the way, they lied. They didn't say report. Let me get in that real quick. We mutually parted ways. That one would have said he was let go, he was fired. They didn't say y'all mutually shit. Lying ass son of a bitch. But anyway, I just want to call him a lying ass son of a bitch. This nigga still qualifies and meets the qualifications of the kind of coach you want for this team, although you're dismissing him for not having the qualifications. Nigga. I can't make this shit up. I can't. How the fuck? All right, but cool. So we're going to go, like I told y'all earlier, I was like, all right, probably, since they said it, he going to go look at his other niggas he like, and there's probably going to be some other people he like. He said that. Okay, cool. Jay Strokes, right. Now, they said they discussed or talked about this with the players today. But we are not going to include the players in the search because we don't think that that's fair to them. But there's a philosophical difference. But there's reports that B.I. and Stan had issues. But it's not just B.I. There was a report that there was others, probably Lonzo and Zion. But we are not going to include these guys or get their opinions in the matter of the search because we don't feel like that is something that we should be putting on them, despite the fact that they have to be coached by whoever is coming in. But you guys are going to consider who is a likable person. I'm going to ask y'all again, because I put this in my video this morning, and I need to get clarification on something. Why would we trust him to do this shit again? Can someone explain to me why we would trust him? Because you fucked up once already, and you fucked up twice. Now, I don't even think the Gentry thing was fucked up, but here's my thing, right? If we were going to just fire Stan anyway, why not let Gentry get another year with Zion? At least because he didn't even get to get Zion an entire year. He got a shell of Zion who had limited amounts of effectiveness due to the fact that he was just coming off injury and getting his body into shape. So Gentry truly didn't even get to really play Zion the way he wanted to. Why not just keep him for another year and just let it pan out and see what happens? Because the players, they like Gentry. I think they thought some of his stuff was stupid at times, but they clearly liked him. He wasn't a bad coach. And I've been here and said that I never thought he was a bad coach. I just thought maybe the fit wasn't always there. And Stan's not a bad coach, but I think the fit was nowhere near there. I think that's the difference. I think the guys genuinely liked Gentry. But I think at times it's just like, bro, we do better than you. I am so sick of this fuck nigga. There's a guy on Twitter that calls him David Whiffen. That nigga's funny as shit. Oh man, Whiffen. I'm gonna have to use. Bro, if you see this, I have to steal your term. David Whiffen, because he keep whiffing on everything. But this, I'm so sick of this fuck nigga. Like, we really finna do this. You gonna go pick the same candidates that you didn't think was good enough, and then throw in some extra ones who you couldn't interview allegedly, and try to pick from them. You also said you're gonna be a slow burn and you're gonna look more at your bench anyway to pick a coach. As well as like I'm tired of these good human beings, man. Good human beings don't win basketball games, bruh. I mean, let's just be real. Griff is constantly talking about good human beings and shit, and I'm just like, bruh, good human beings ain't winning basketball games. Real niggas is winning basketball games. Go get us some thugs out there or something. Go get us some hoodlums. You know, go get us some niggas just punching niggas in the kneecap so we can win games, bro. Cause yo good human beings ain't did shit for us, Griff. Not a motherfucking thing. I'm joking. I don't want to have thugs and hoodlums on the court. I don't believe in that and punching, niggas in the kneecap mid game. Like, don't do that. I'm just joking. It's being facetious, right? Don't say, oh, Jay Strokes believes in violence. I mean, here and there, but anyway, that's a joke too. But all Griffin did was use words to try to confuse you and to throw you away from what he really wanted. And let me go ahead and say this. I gotta blame the media. I gotta blame you niggas. Because y'all let him get away with this shit. Y'all do not grill him enough. Like, okay, what is the philosophy? What was your philosophy? What was Stan's? Right? You want to ask questions and you just take whatever answer you give, but you ask follow-up questions and don't do enough. What the fuck were their philosophies that mattered? Even if you don't get the philosophy of both, get one. At least ask the question and put him on the hot seat and make him have to answer that. Make him be accountable for the shit he's saying. Because, again, and I believe Scott Kushner said this, shout out to him. He said, we left the interview, or I listened to the interview and I still don't know what the fuck Stan was fired for. I'm having to play mental psychic here and try to, like, okay, read the body language, the verbal cues, and the words and try to put some shit together. We got motherfucking media members that's sitting here with this nigga giving him a pass. Fuck that. Get in his fucking nuts. Why was he fired? What is even if he won't say, what is your philosophical beliefs then? What is his? Even if he don't say what Stan's is, let's just say he says, well, my philosophical view is, I think that we need to do X, Y, Z. You can, at that point, assume that, okay, whatever it was had to be the opposite of that. And you can kind of figure out and piece together what it could be and build your little web of ideas and be like, okay, this is possibly where it is. Now you can sit there as a viewer and sit there and say, do I like Stan's ideology or Griff's? Or do either of these even fucking matter? Why would he not want to put that out there? This is the question I asked you. Why would he fight so hard not to explain what their philosophical differences is? I believe Griff is allergic to accountability, and he knows if he says the wrong fucking thing in regards to this shit, that's the other thing, right? They asked him about a timetable, and this nigga lied like a motherfucker. I don't know how many people caught this shit. In the beginning, and if you go look at it, I even left the timestamp in the live on YouTube. It says it at 2:45. In case it's not there, somebody deletes the comment or whatever. Griff starts talking at 2:45. That's how you know I watched it, because I went back and actually did the stuff for you guys or anybody that cared. He said in the beginning, time was of the essence. I'm paraphrasing it. Basically, it was like they don't have a whole lot of time. They don't have a whole lot of time. So you get this shit done. I didn't go to the end of this to time step this stuff, and I didn't time step each individual thing. I just put where this stuff started because it's y'all know that shit. If you've ever seen that shit, it's like you gotta wait before niggas actually start talking. Fuck that. Somebody need to put the time stamp, so I went ahead and did that. Towards the end, I believe, because the question is brought up on CP3 and the first chance he got to leave, AD and the first chance he got to leave. And they're saying, what about Zion? Are y'all under pressure? You know, blah, blah, blah. We're always under pressure, blah, blah, blah. But we don't have a time. Wait. Nigga, you just said in the beginning, y'all don't have a lot of time. But now you're saying there's no time pressure for y'all to have to do. Fuck nigga. I am so sick of this fuck nigga. I am so sick of this fuck ass nigga. Can you stop with the bullshit and can you just shoot me straight? Can you just tell me what it is? Can you just tell me what it is without me having to sit here and play mental gymnastics, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, what could it be? Oh, I don't know what it is. Oh, maybe it is this. Oh, or maybe it is that. I don't know. But I'm trying to know. But why the fuck do you gotta lie to me, nigga? You just said in the beginning that you had a time crunch. Now you're saying it's not. Which is it? This lying ass piece of shit. And Gail Benson, you a hoe for letting this nigga stay around. This nigga gots to go. And I don't give a fuck. Trajan Landon, or however the fuck you say his name, Swin Cash. I don't give a fuck if these niggas involved in interviews. That's supposed to give us confidence when y'all fucked up the other one? Yes, they're going to be... See, this is the shit. I be looking and I be listening. Because I'm an expert bullshitter. I've been bullshitting for 33 years of my life. All right? I know a bullshitter. That's a bullshitter. But that is a vehemently wrong and lie sack of shit bullshit. I'm so sick of this nigga. I cannot stand this fuck nigga. I cannot stand his ass. Literally, we just sit there listening to 21 minutes of bullshit. I wasted 22 minutes of my life to hear this nigga lie between the skin of his teeth and expect us to buy this shit. Bruh, just tell us straight up. Everybody would have respect if he just came out and said, look, the process we used last year was wrong. I thought if we go find good human beings and a coach that would, use Point Zion the way we thought and the X's and O's stuff, that would be successful. I fucked up. We all did. But I'm going to take the head of the blame because I am the GM. What we're going to do this year to change that outcome is we're going to involve the players more. And we're also going to account for those things, the emotional connection that they'll have with the players. And we're also going to include the players in the search because we want to find the best fit for them too. So we're going to change the entire process of which we're doing this, and we're adding the players. We're going to get the players' input. Is that hard? Is that fucking hard? First of all, accountability goes a long way. But what is that? If he takes accountability, what does that bring back? Trust. You get trust, but not just trust of the fan base of the players. Why? Because the players get to participate and feel like they matter and value. If the players get to feel like they matter and value, guess what? They buy in. If they buy in, guess what the coach is going to come in and do? He's going to see those four things. Guess what he's going to do? He's going to buy in too. Bam. Bam. It is all so simple. It is all so fucking simple. It is too fucking simple. It is too fucking simple. That quickly, we are 19 minutes into this video? I got It took me 18, 19 minutes to get up here and make that one little statement. Guess what? All of you guys probably be like, okay. Now, there's going to be some motherfuckers be like, look, fuck that nigga, I'm tired. Just like y'all going to sit there, fuck this nigga. Y'all going to be just like me saying that shit. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. But you got to admit, if he had done that, you get a shitload of respect. You might say, you know what? I could give him one more chance. But when you get on here, you bullshit us. And I'm not even a diehard Pelican anything, because I'm just here because Lonzo was here. I can admit that, because I'm a Mavs fan. I can admit that, because Lonzo is my favorite player. I can admit that. So I don't have a true vested interest in this fucking organization. And because my team won a championship 10 years ago, I know what it takes. And because we went to the finals twice with Dirk, I definitely know what it takes. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, because I wasn't in the locker room, I'm not a player. But I understand on a basic level what it means to have trust. We got Dirk, we saw the guys around him, Tyson Chandler, Page, Sean Marion, fucking Jason Kidd, and JJ Barea, and did I say Jason Kidd? No, Jason Terry's the other one. There's a couple more throughout the years that I'm not going to get into, like Mike Finley, Josh Howard, Steve Nash, and yada yada. I'm not going to get into all of the players. I think Bruce Bowen paid for us too. Okay, I said I'm not going to get into all players, I'm not going to get into. But there's a certain confidence that we had in what we were doing and what we were building towards. Okay? We had a set style, we had set leadership, and we even made coaching changes. And that's fine. But everything we did, we understood and knew we were going for the goal. Even though we didn't like the Steve Nash trade, we understood based on what we got and how we surrounded and played around Dirk, what we were aiming toward. This year, there was no confidence in that. Coupled with, again, the draft, last year's and the year before, and now you've wasted a year, plus the handling of Zion's injury. There's no history of anything here. No playoff bursts, no trips to the finals. At least we could argue and say, okay, Dirk got to the finals, like I believe the following year after they got rid of Nash. I'm sorry, I got bugs in here that I'm going to have to deal with in a minute. But anyway, I had to go get some food early and they followed me and fuck them. But what are the Pelicans building toward? Went from 13th to 11th. Did they improve? Yes, because they moved up. But they missed the playoffs. And again, you have three supremely talented core pieces in Lonzo, B.I., and Zion. They should not be missing the playoffs. And you built a team that does not complement the skill sets of those guys or get the most out of them. Even if you want to remove Lonzo, B.I., and Zion at least, you're still missing the core pieces to build that thing right. Which is, again, that's my one thing about Stan. I don't think he was gifted or granted a team that fits what he needs to do and wants to play. But whatever, he's out of here. Gentry didn't even have a team that benefited him, but he had closer to what he needed than what Stan had. And Stan with last year's team might have been better prepared to win compared to this year's team. But I digress. Look. I'm so sick of this fuck nigga. I don't know how many times I get to say this shit. This fucking nigga get on my nerves. He really do. Okay? If you guys want to go, look at that shit, go ahead. But there needs to be some accountability. That really does. And the fact that we got niggas out here apparently talking about this is B.I.'s fault. The Pelicans are a shit fan base, bro. Shit fan base. But when the front office is shit, the team is shit, it makes sense that the fans may also too be shit, which is unfair because there's some Pelicans fans that are diehards and really love this team, really love the city, and want to win. But can't do that when you got Griff and his undying supporters and the constant bad decision making and the deflection and all this other shit about good human beings. Everybody got to be a good human being. We'll see what happens. Do I have any more confidence today than I did? No. Did they at least do right by firing Stan? Absolutely. But your track record shows you are fucked up. In the stock market, they say past performance is not an indicator of future success. However, you use past performance to figure out if the company will have future success. And based on that, you're not going to have future success at all. It's your boy Jay Strokes. Peace.